Sweet.
Right. So spine deflections with the knife.
Yeah.
How's the difference compared to what we were
not,
just doing there?
Not so much on the spine now.
Yeah.
I actually feel like it's almost on the back of the wrist a bit more.
Yeah.
You're still pulling it to your body. It's the same,
So it's
same setup. Like
down,
I'm fighting here,
fighting up,
going down like that,
yeah.
and you do an attack.
Right.
I'm very much bringing it back, but it now feels like it's the back of my wrist to the back of your wrist.
Right.
Because that doesn't do enough.
Yeah.
And it's not long enough to actually, like, a lot of times it slips off and
yeah.
that's still there, like it doesn't actually
Gradual
move it.
loading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like instead I'm actually, like, as you go for it, deflecting your wrist.
Yeah.
And then I can just fall and like
okay.
point it still. You have to be a bit closer. So it's a lot more about rolling around this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still have
hand,
that tight little circle.
hand
Yeah.
speed
In
assist.
fact, it doesn't, like the arm and the wrist doesn't feel any different from the machete.
Okay.
It's just the range and what I'm aiming for.
Yeah.
Because I used to aim here.
Yeah.
And with about that far from mine, I do that to knock it off.
Yeah.
And then go for it. So now I'm aiming more like almost like the back of the thumb. Like, and I'm not aiming with my blade as much.
Yeah.
Because there's times where I've hit here, and it's almost like stripped the knife out of my hand.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because it's the pressure. It's in a weird spot,
Yeah.
and it's in that tight little bit at the bottom. So I'm like, it really is my hand going bang like that. So like, it looks like it's hitting the knife,
Yeah.
but it's really the back of my wrist, and then it slides onto that. If I wanted, you could push down and then just cut. But I think the throat's way better.
Yeah,
It's only if I go here and you're too good at rolling around,
Yeah.
and I do that a couple of times, and I'm like, oh. And then the next one, you go for another.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna do the same thing, and then do a stab.
Yeah.
But if you then roll, so if you go
Yeah.
roll this way and then roll that way,
Yeah.
now you do your stab, and I'm going, Jesus, and like, now I'm going, okay, this isn't working. You're too defended, and you're too good at reading what's going on. You can do the deeper counters.
Yeah.
That's when I'll pick a lower target.
Oh, okay.
So like I might go here and then see, can I get that to that, and then a back sack. I've almost gone down, back sack thrust. And I can fake that and come back through.
Yeah.
But I gotta be careful, that could still whip back around.
Yeah,
And I've got that, I can elastico, step through, number 4. I'm looking at washing the hands a little bit more,
Yeah.
because we're just a little bit closer.
Right.
So like also like if this, and also this is so far before with the machete that you just can't reach for the hand because you have to get past this giant thing.
Yeah.
But now even if this is pointed forward, I can see your hand way more. I can move it way easier even with that pointed forward. And if for any reason you don't have it pointed forward and I see this and it's horizontal, it just all I see is that. I go, I can get in and just move it. Like so there's times where it just feels easy. I see that triangle as well.
Yes.
I can wedge in there and go for it, or I can block that and go for it, or I can just free throw, go through. Like I don't even have to wait for that to pass.
Yeah.
If I've got that covered, I know that that's going to go through. And as long as I'm aware of the slash and stab,
Yeah.
it's not too bad. Yeah. Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's still quite tight, and you still need to stab.
And we'll still probably have to control even
Yeah.
a bump on this a bit
Yeah,
more.
yeah,
than
exactly.
just
There's a
coming
lot
in.
of like little bumps. I don't want to
Yeah.
extend, like I'm still
No.
very T-Rex.
But if you can stop me from
I
immediately
can do
coming
that,
back, so like give it a slight push or something.
Even the Estrella stuff coming
Yeah.
through,
Okay.
that's it. And a lot of like, and feet.
Yeah.
If I can step into it,
Yeah, your whole body.
you've got way more. Where if I'm in front, you can roll that really easy.
Oh,
Yeah, but at least if I step out, I controlled it. Now when you roll, I controlled the roll and get the gut and the start. You go through the neck, through the stomach, through the inside elbow.
Yeah.
Then do that mung rummy, scoop roll, lift it, check, neck, tendons. Make sure the back of the forearm so you don't get your own tendons.
Yeah.
And then drive. very, very like crab at the end. Just
Yeah, just attack.
yeah. Which Kevin's quite good at that. But he's also very crab. Is his gym in the inner west? I'm not sure where he trains out of.
I can't remember now.
No.
I thought it was,
It makes sense just because Ray's like up in
no, I thought it was more Pennant Hills or something, wasn't it?
Oh, Castle Hill maybe?
Yeah, around that way.
Yeah, that makes sense actually.
Okay.
No, just interesting.
Yeah.
Alright.
So
Feels super open now.
to start, is it?
This one I don't as much.
Because that's when you
Because
double
once
cut
again,
the
I
hands.
feel like the hand and the neck are next to each
the
other.
whole thing. Yeah.
So if all of a sudden you lean forward,
Yeah.
I'm almost going, can I get that into that?
Yeah.
And like I like changing that angle with getting close and going for it. And even if you drop, a lot of people drop the hand to protect the hand and then just cop it in the neck. So I actually like opening quite
So
well.
even if they charge you, still sort of.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm starting in the Philly shell, and I don't start on my thigh. I actually have it pulled up and more loaded, like that roll. Because I'm looking at the non-telegraphic fast one at the beginning, just off chance. Because like I'm like maybe it'll just be there, maybe an opening will happen, maybe they'll mimic. Sometimes I'll start like this, I'll touch, do this, and a lot of people mimic you, and then I'll lean forward and do that, and I'm loaded, and then sometimes they lean forward and drop it, and then the second, no, I'll just lash out because the people copy your like what you do a lot of the time. So like I quite like to just go here, lean, drop, and if they do the exact same, they'll usually lean in, and that they do like, and I'm going yes, but I'm also very aware that you could be lashing out the same thing. So even though I'm loaded, I'm thinking about my roll. And then if you end up going for the hand, then I can drop it low and go for stuff. That's the other thing, it's almost like a bait there. Because I could go over, or I could drop down and come under, or I could just point it and make you.
So it's sort of a midway there.
Yeah, I'd see this is the bait range, like in the hip to rib is like bait for me. But I would realize that that's also where I'm most likely to get my thumb taken out. Because if you're in that range and they know how to step and they're doing this and then they go bang, that like just at number 5 is so nice there. So you got to be aware of that. But if you are aware of that, then it's the pull back of the leg. That in itself, like if you just pull that right foot back, and like exactly.
Alright.
Yeah. So I'm relying a lot more on this. And still blocking my vision a little bit, so it makes me actually look around it. Because I find that if this is a little lower and that's a little bit more flared, my head just stays in the middle, and then and it comes over all the time. Like you said, it's like you're looking over that fence, and they just take you out. So I feel like I have to almost block my vision a bit, which makes me then lean to look over a bit more, which pulls the hand back, and now I have to actually look around it, and now you don't have a stationary target for the head. Even if my shoulders and my body's in line in front of you, my head's always slightly swaying back and forth. Like,
you'll roll your shoulders.
And then I start moving this. I'm going to roll up high. Can I come over? Down low. And I'm going upwards when I'm low. I'm going down when I'm up high. It always feels like I'm rolling. I feel like you're fine with this.
No, I'm just.
But no, fair questions. There's a lot of faking.
It's crazy faking.
The only extra thing I'll sometimes add is that, you know how sometimes it just looks like we're too covered? And I won't throw the attacks in the machete? That's now the forearm in the knife. So if I feel like you're just not throwing anything and I'm not giving you the opportunity to make mistakes like we're just talking about in machete, I'll actually lay that to my shoulder. Because this looks way open. And you go for anything. And that just flares back up. Especially because it's usually a backhand shot, and it means when I can just lean, and that comes back up, and I can still come around it. So I'm not at the moment because I'd rather start covered for the safety. Once again, for if someone just steps in like and you're already covered your neck, because that is the main quick shot that people get. Is just that neck shot. If you get that once, you're dead. So I like to have that to start, just in case you do just lash out. I'm going Jesus, and then I can come back out with my own. But if I realise that we've done like a few circles, where we're going in and out, no one's throwing, and we're going, dodgy, open, no, nothing's happening, then we're going, okay, come on. So that's the opening up in the knife version, because you actually have to remove the arm. which is interesting because with the machete, it's up here.
Yeah.
And with the machete, when you drop that and have that here, this is the opening. So you actually have a less of a layer, but you got less weight that can power through. Because with a machete, when this is down, that machete can power through that still. It's only for like a stab or a grazing shot that's going to really protect you. With a knife, they can do a real heavy shot and you can still roll and protect yourself because there's no weight behind it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all good.
That was a good hand movement you had before.
Oh yeah, that was my head. That's my head. But yeah, if I reached, you would have got through.
Yeah.
Because you would have done that and you would have gone around.
Yeah,
or as you stepped, sometimes the punil almost hooks and pulls that away because you leave a gap.
Yeah.
So once again, like I saw that coming, I've just gone here, and I probably lost some fingers, but protected my neck completely. And I was like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like those neck shots are so quick that even though I'm aware that that is a bait thing, I think even then it'd only be in the full lago.
Yeah.
Like it'd be out here, and after the first shot that you do, I'm still gonna bring it up. Like I just leave it down to start with, just to bring them in. And even I didn't want to do it then because I'm like, the moment we got here, and we can touch everything.
Yeah.
I'm going up. And I've gone from like that to like tied up, and going, let's bring everything back because if this floats out, it's gone.
Yeah.
If this opens up, it's coming through. So like the closer we get, once again, my posture comes up, but I actually tighten everything.
I was looking at that.
Yeah.
Because we started.
I'm lower, but also looser and more open.
Yeah.
And I'm more likely to be like, look.
By the time we get here,
I've tightened so much so I can whip it up. But also, if you go for anything, that even my shoulder can protect me.
Yeah.
Like once again, I don't really want to get hit in the shoulder because the overlapping muscles are pretty bad there. You get hit, maybe I lose mechanics of like function of my arm.
Yeah.
But once again, if it's a choice between neck or shoulder, I'm gonna protect my neck, and I've got that covered, and then I can just kind of swap my hands if I can't move my arm. Luckily, we do a little bit of left and right.
Yeah. I was leaning, and then when we got close, we had to come up. And
we both came in and exited, and then we both actually stepped and came in.
Yeah.
Nice, put my fingers through it. Now this time I did the circular, but I don't think I pulled my foot back enough.
Alright.
So I don't think I did that. I think I was already doing that, and then when I got down, I was going to use the foot. It means that you just went through the fingers. If I did the feet first, that probably would have happened. So I think you did a slight step that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so once again, you feet and hand combo beat my just the hand.
Yeah.
Or if I did that, it's a combination of two movements. Nice, that's a bait. I was like, yeah, I've got his thumb, and then you just go and boom. I'm like, oh god, my weight was so off.
Yeah.
That was well baited, mate. I'm way overcommitted to that.
I didn't think you were going for that.
No, I wasn't going to either. And I was like, you fucked up. And no, I fucked up.
I went, oh shit, he's still going.
That was really good because you don't usually bait that one.
I didn't expect
You
that.
haven't done that much. So I was like, oh, he's fucked up. And I'm like, half the time you step forward, I get that. I end up clamping it almost, and then almost coming up into that.
I was thinking more
And I thought that's what was going to happen. And like, I legitimately, like, because I was almost going to use you to stop me falling to come up into that and bring my arm up. And then you pulled back. Yeah. And I like stumbled and missed. And I went, oh god, I completely lost balance, twisted, gave you my neck. I went, oh no. That was really well baited, man.
I was surprised.
Yeah, but that's the best shots are the ones that you weren't expecting. You're just doing the right form, thinking defensively the right stuff, and they just make a mistake.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm like, once again, you're giving the opportunity to let them make a mistake because you're coming in close, but you're not just opening. Like you're opening enough to make them want to go for it, but you're not just forcing something. and now your hand's a target, or you've missed and now your head's a target. But that's it, I tried to force that.
Yeah.
And that was, I should have done a fake, and I would have seen you do that, and then I would have gone, oh, that's not the right option.
Yeah.
But I just went for it.
Okay.
That was really nice, man.
And before we were coming in and I was too much like this?
Yeah.
And that was, you just...
that when you're there,
yeah.
as I'm looking at that, I'm looking at there's almost a triangle underneath, like when we're doing these Sparring Daga.
Yeah.
Like I'm always going to go here, you're going to tighten.
Yeah.
And then I can almost come under, or just get that, or through, and through, or I'll start to go doubles and pick them off and go slash, stab.
So once again, it's a nice thing to come back to from
here. That's what I mean, like that's it. And I actually feel like I have this is not as good as defense as that.
Yeah.
Me going around this has a much higher success rate of defense than this.
Yeah.
And now, that's now not getting hit. So I have less, like you're not getting double targets. But also this doesn't look like it's ready to attack as much.
Yeah.
That is ready to attack a lot more. Even though that's loaded, when an attack's coming out, I can speed assist, but I don't want to speed assist my hand through your attack. So, but this being here, I'm going, I know this has a higher defense ratio, and that's ready to counter. So you're going, yeah, I want that, but I'm very aware that the second I attack, that's also coming out. So you're going, the offense keeps you back a bit more.
And these are wider shots, so it allows for 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. Well, it's also because we now are very aware that something straight down the middle is probably not going to get them. Yeah. Because this forearm, just ignore that. Yeah, this forearm is just way too defensive, and like we know that you're going to roll, and it's not going to get you, and that's a constant threat. So now it's like we're going to do wider shots, but it's letting us move to see, is that a target? No. Let's go here. Is that a target? No. Retract. Yeah. But mate, that was great. That little hand bait. Once again, I've been saying that to a lot of the students because they're going too much on the hand, and I'm going, look, for the low ranks, try to go 50-50 head-hand. And I'm like the higher ranks, it should be like 10% hand almost. Because I'm like, there's just too many hand counters. Like I get it, like especially self-defense situation. Yeah, picking up the hand is a much safer option, and people do just lead the hand.
But you are, that's all you're saying.
But once I fight like someone that's got a bit of Ilustrisimo, or they're like black belt or close to black belt level, I'm finding that I'm like, I really need to do more of the headshots, because if I go for the hand, they set me up like that. What just happened then? And I get set up for the worst kill shots going for the hand. At least when I go for the head, they have to like throw themselves away, and then that way they don't have the best loaded counter. But the hand ones, you can be real ready.
For me to get your hand when you're using your body, I've got to lean so far to try to get down there. The chance of you coming over the top's huge.
No, that was great, man.
So that's just...
And like, you haven't used that leg thing much. That was a perfect application of it. Yeah, nice, man. Almost tripped on the fence. My footwork seems a bit off today, but it's good. I want to see what happens when it is off, so it's like fighting tired. You nicked my hand before, you got like a little like I think you nicked like that.
It was just a
and it was just like a straight shot like that. But even then, I didn't get your neck then.
I was going through.
And maybe you'll go through the head. But like I said, it's better than just clean neck.
I thought I'd be sitting there with a knife in my hand and saying what happened.
I don't remember.
I just needed to turn.
No, there's a movie that I've watched recently. Where they go to like, he goes to stab the guy and he just puts his hand out and he just goes through the hand and he just turns his hand around and puts it back through the guy's throat. And you're like, oh shit. Can't remember if it was one of the John Wicks or like, maybe it was that Nobody movie with the guy from Better Call Saul. I can't remember. There's too many like, it's just a Latin, Filipino martial arts choreographed movies now, which is great.
Nice move.
Still think the funniest one is that 300 is Filipino.
actually.
Yeah, that was deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually going for your neck, but you moved.
I forced it.
Yeah, I saw that come over.
Yeah.
And I think I saw it angle like that.
Yeah.
So I should have got my hand involved.
Right.
But I was trying to slip that and do that.
Oh, okay.
But I think you went backwards a bit.
Yeah.
And I got that like in
Yeah,
there.
I felt something.
Yeah, but that's artery and tendons.
Oh, it's bad.
Okay, still, one thing I guess still better than your neck.
Yeah, no, it's gonna bleed out quick there.
Now I'm starting to pick off different targets.
Messy.
Yeah, that was more you punching that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That was really good. Oh, nice double. Nice, man. You're doing really well with the knife.
I'm already ready for the second one.
None of us either was going to stop there.
I was thinking the same. Come on in, come on in.
Thinking I'm having to do.
Come on in.
Because I keep just leading shit. You're chopping me up. So I'm like, okay, do like 20 fakes this time. Dude, you're looking really good.
I was going to charge me. Then you did. I'm like, fuck.
That's it. That's what I've been doing. I'm like, come on, lash out,
Yeah.
open yourself. And then you do and you land it. I'm like,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I think I asked for the wrong thing.
Yeah, no, man, it's feeling really good. And I feel like you put pressure on, and if I meet you, you're going to get me and power through, so I have to bail.
Yeah.
And then you feel me draw you out, so then you disconnect, and then I see you go back and you go, I can put pressure on, I do 2 or 3 moves and realize you're timing me and drawing me out.
Yeah.
Then I disconnect, and like...
We're all trying to get that forward
It's going
move.
back and forth. And then it's a lot of time when we both then think, oh, we're both too far away, and we both step forward.
Yeah.
And then it gets
And that's where we got to be
real messy. And it's who can keep it tighter,
very tight,
or pick the right gap and go, all right, I can lean out here, and then I see you do a backhand and go, can I do that? And clamp.
Yeah.
And that's very like katana to me.
I feel like once I get that close, I have to be loaded.
Yeah.
Because if I'm just like defending, I'm too late.
Yeah, I don't bring this up high.
Yeah.
Because like the speed assist doesn't have as much weight behind it.
No.
So I have that roll flick one.
Yeah.
So I bring this tight with the shoulder and that to really block this off. But this has been brought up to my stomach.
Yeah.
Which does make my hand a bit more of a target.
Oh,
but
do that.
the speed of it, like that's it as well. Like
Yeah.
I can pull back and do that. Like I'm so used to that roll now. And even if I just like roll out, so you go for it, I can just do like something like that where I'm just disappear.
When you're like that, your hand does not look like a target.
No, and also because my head comes forward a bit more.
Yeah, so I'm
like,
definitely thinking of that.
Yeah, exactly, and I feel so covered there.
Yeah.
Like, there you go. Every now and then, change it to that angle.
Yeah.
That's something I'm looking at. And I'm doing these ones because they're faster. But I'm going, can I scalp and come through? Can I just go slash and get that? Still leading with a backhand most of the time.
You've said this to me
because of the
before.
mechanics, it looks so much faster and you're leaning into it.
Yeah.
Because you're going to definitely go
Yeah, I'll
up.
be going, oh shit, get away.
And then that's where I go full.
Yeah.
Picking up.
Okay.
That's the only extra thing I'm seeing. Everything else is looking great.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're not getting too close still. Because if we're any closer, like if you took an extra step, then washing the hands.
Yeah.
But we're still not driving. Like neither of us are going, I want to chase and do this. Like
No.
we're coming forward and going, whoa.
When there's hands,
we understand the range.
Yeah, when there's hands going everywhere, I'd rather back.
Yeah.
If I see you misstep or
Yeah.
come through, then I'll drive in.
Yeah.
But when we're flying everywhere, I just go, no.
When with the knife, I'm thinking, so like a lot more Mung Romy scoop and number 4 washing the hands.
Yeah.
Because I think we talked about some of the washing the hands on the machete.
Yeah.
But yeah, with this one, because of forehand, backhand,
Yeah.
because that one, I'm going here, scoop and step.
Yeah.
And like, the step's super important.
Yeah.
Because if I just do this, I'll get that and not hit anything, and you're going to retract. Yeah. And that's nothing. So this step, I want to hit like the side of your body.
Yeah, you've got it.
I want to hold the gut, check that, and now you've got all the extra stuff. Or the backhand comes. Once again, you can block that if you want. Cut that, pull down, bang, and you end up on almost the same position of a forehand or a backhand.
I've seen those twice.
I've seen the opening slightly.
I've seen it when we were in the rumble.
Yeah, that's it. Like when it gets messy, when we're both gone forward.
You lashed out.
But then the thing is,
blocked like that.
But then it's more of the person that takes another step forward.
Right.
Because I'm like, say like we both went forward and I've done like that, and you've done the block.
I did like that.
Yeah, and then you need me to take another step almost, and then you
can do
exactly. But if I go like here, bang,
that's what's happening.
Then it kind of removes your washing the hands, and if you commit to it, you're actually opening yourself.
Well, I actually felt like if I chased you from there, like if you step back,
I'm almost doing it.
Yeah.
Like once again, now because you're going forward, I can do washing the hands.
Exactly.
And to me, that was pretty much a number 3. Like I know it's not me going down, and then that, but even though I'm here, I'm almost going check, cut, and then I go, oh, that's just a scoop to this, which that is a number 3 washing the hands to me. So the setup's a little bit different, but once again, it's because your energy came forward. So I'm thinking it when we get into those clashes.
Yeah, I did block.
But if you don't go forward and I don't feel the forward pressure, I don't do it, and I also exit and go back to the pulgada again.
Yeah.
But
so
keep it in mind for the lower ranks when they're driving in, and if you go up against any crap guys.
Yeah.
Because they just love their driving charge. Like, yeah, nice man. This is feeling good. So how are we on for time? 26. All right. So the battery might only have like another 5 or 10.
Okay.
But we'll just keep going. We'll do a bit more. We'll do like a longer katana session next time.
Yeah.
Either tomorrow or next week or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So much thinking.
I tried that to that.
Yeah, I think you actually slapped me.
I
think you got the spine.
Yeah.
I actually think that hit.
Yeah.
But I think I got that at the same time.
Because I straightened up, I was doing that, and then I thought, oh, that's right, we've got to whip it.
Yeah. Keep that tighter.
Yeah.
Because if your elbow was closer in, so if you pulled that elbow in more, as you did that attack and you rolled, that would have missed.
Oh, okay.
But your elbow was slightly flared. Yeah. So as you rolled, that got under.
Right.
Because there's a gap between that.
Yeah, it felt, didn't feel comfortable.
Once again, throw your head
I
further.
Needed to, get further.
Because I'm like, if that's already attached to you, and you go around, so hold the attack back later.
Right.
Yeah. Because that's the other thing, you're so in front that when I moved, I felt the spine hit me.
Yeah, and you go, oh, that's
and I've gone, I think that like the tip maybe got through a little bit. Like I think it was just the spine.
It didn't hurt.
But if you fell more,
yeah,
you'd be off, and this tip actually would have driven through.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so it was just to hold the knife back a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But like I like that you're going for that though.
Yeah, I thought about it, but it does straighten you up if you don't.
It feels less of the spine like flicky one.
Yeah.
And I'm actually doing it more like I'm doing like an overhand punch.
Right.
And I'm finding, because I was finding that I was going 2 in a circle.
Yeah, but that straightens me out.
And then that like I go around and you'd circle as well.
Yeah.
But you'd see this and move your head.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what just happened to me there.
Yeah.
Where I'm finding now, it's almost like, when we're doing the Sparring Daga and that was wrist down, and it just felt like I'm doing a straight.
Right.
That's what it feels like on this side, but it's a like front hand one.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm almost just going straight. And see, like keeping the elbow in.
Oh, okay.
And it just looks, it's depth perception wise, way harder to read. Shorter line, because it's a straight line instead of a circle. and it just means that you just don't see it, but I still want that gap on the side. So I still do the same footwork. So I still go out, but then just bang, almost straight.
But are you still starting with the ball this side before you?
Yeah. A lot of time I can go down here and almost go like half out, and then
come in.
And then almost like punch it through. Especially with that back leg pivoting.
No, that makes sense. That makes me move.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Because otherwise, if I'm just flicking there and then flicking there, I got no need.
But I actually almost want it to pass a little bit.
Yeah.
So then they want to go for an attack, and then you pivot out and drive it into my neck. Yeah, exactly. And once again, it looks like you've like retracted. So they go for the attack, and then that just comes through.